In the last lesson, we became a little bit familiar with this screen, all the different little parts of it, but I know when it comes down to it, we just want to know how to animate. So I'm interested in showing you basics. If I need something to work with though, so I have this circle. As soon as I put that circle down here, my whole timeline changed. And yes, my whole timeline changed just because of this frame right here. It added a green circle, a green dot on it. That stands for a keyframe. And keyframe is animation terminology. It's something that you would see in pretty much any program. But I want to make a couple of these frames to put together so that I have animation. So it's almost like a flip book. If you can think of a flip book where you might have an object on one page and you flip the page and the object moved a little bit on the second page and moved. These are the pages in that flip book. So I'm going to copy this circle, and then I can do a Control-C to copy it, which is my normal. But if you click on this right here is copy, I can click on the next frame and make it available, but it doesn't know what I want available. So I could draw a new object or I can paste, but it's in the same position. So if I take this scrubber tool or this playhead and drag it back and forth, there's no animation because I didn't move the circle. So on the second frame, I'm going to just move it a little bit. And I have animation. So now if I take this scrubber and move it back and forth, I have animation. So I'm going to copy this object, create a new frame, paste it, and move it some more. And now I have some animation. So there's a little bit more I can show you. I want to keep doing this. So I'm going to click on this object and copy it. But this time I'm going to use this button. This button is called an onion skinning button, and it allows me to see where it was, where it is, and where it could be. So I'm going to click on the next frame and paste and move it a little bit, but I can see where it was before to know if I'm moving it in the right direction or the right place. So it's kind of showing me those 3 frames, and it gives you a solid red where it's really on, but it kind of gives you an idea of the other 2 frames around it. That might help to know precisely where things need to be. Some other tools that we see in here, this is a play button, so it runs the animation. Some other things that we see under this cog, 12 frames per second. So I can change that number, but I'm going to leave that alone. All I know is that it takes 12 seconds to, 12 frames to make a 1 second movie. So I have these 4 frames and I haven't even touched a second yet. So, and we can't technically see anything that's under a second. So I want to keep animating this, and you can Control V if you want to, which I am now switching over to Control V. I don't always have to move this to the right. Maybe I want to start moving this down instead. Insert a keyframe, paste. So now we have an animation that I'm changing the direction of it. I have a little arc going on with my animation. So we're practicing new animation. There's some more I'm going to add to this in another tutorial, but just to review how to save something. This doesn't auto-save. You never signed up for an account. So this saves things to your computer. And if you want to edit it another day, you need to give it a better name. So I'm just going to call it first animation. Hit apply. And now my file name is first animation. I can hit save, and this saves into my downloads so that I can come back to this file another day, which I will open this file in the next lesson to show you how to open a file from my computer. So there is no account. You do have to save things to your computer. You would want to organize on your computer with folders or however you organize. You want to give things good file names so that you know how to find files in the future. That is a different idea with WickEditor.